Hello, good afternoon, everyone. If you are on the East Coast, it is midday. It is sunny. I'm in New York. I'm in Harlem, so it's super sunny. And I am so excited to be joining you midday, top of the day. If you're on the West Coast, it is probably super early for me. So my name is Sandra Garcia, and today what we are talking about is how to market your business during this current pandemic. Now, what we're going to be doing is answering your questions. So, I have my own tips, I have my tricks, and I have things that I share with my own set of clients. But really, what this time for is today is to get your questions answered. So, make sure that you put in your questions into the comment, and I will try to answer them as they come in. So now we got that out of the way. I just want to also make sure that I remind you and share with you that you can sign up for Essence's Entrepreneur Summit, which will be taking place on Friday. So there should be a place below where you can sign up in the caption. So make sure you do that because this is just a taste and a teaser of what you can expect on Friday. There will be a bunch of keynotes, masterclasses, conversations with some of our favorite boss babes, boss ladies, women entrepreneurs, mompreneurs, all of that good stuff. So make sure you sign up in the caption below. There you go. Check out that link. All right. So again, my name is Sandra Garcia, and I am the founder and the owner of Encounter Your Potential. As a true business owner, I just rebranded the name of the company as well. And I'm so happy that I did so because it is relevant to what is happening now. So feel free to ask me about that too. We can talk about that. So let me make sure I can see what the comments are. But yes, I'm the founder and owner of Encounter Your Potential, and I call myself a strategic and brand marketing, strategic marketer and brand marketing elevation strategist. So this is a strategy session. If you've never had a marketing strategy session, enter your questions. Let me know what your business is, and this can be some free consulting right now. I work with small businesses, and I work with small businesses to help and share marketing strategies that ultimately drive sales. My background is corporate America. Once upon a time, I worked for Time Inc. And during that time, Essence was part of that family as well. But I worked at people.com doing marketing, digital marketing for the .com side. And there I worked with a lot of big brands and helped them strategize how to ultimately make money. And eventually I just felt like my skills and abilities would be better utilized and better used and could be more purposeful by working with small businesses. So that's what I do now. I work with small businesses. I'm in New York, but nationally and internationally, and help them figure out how to drive sales through the power of marketing. So if you have a marketing question, if you are a small business owner, make sure that you get your question asked and answered. Now, I do have a few bullets for you, which I'll go ahead and just share a few things. I've been getting asked a lot of questions over the last month and a half. I cannot believe it's been a month and a half since we've been in this situation, and I'm in New York. We are getting hit so hard. Our Black communities are getting hit so hard. Our Black businesses are getting hit so hard. So this just makes and creates more meaning for the work that I do, helping businesses how to get online and reach their audiences online, ultimately to not just grow our businesses, but also just take us to the next level and be able to respond to moments like this. So let me do a quick check. Any questions just yet? All right, yes, there we go. If you have questions, make sure you ask. Now, one of the things that has been coming up, and I hear being asked time and time again, is should you be doing marketing right now? If you were doing marketing before, I would say absolutely yes. continue to do marketing. You should not stop your marketing campaigns if you've already been doing so. But what is important, if you do continue to do marketing, is that you adjust your language and adjust how you're connecting, and also what you're out here telling people to do and what actions to take. So, for example, I'm watching a lot of TV. Well, not anymore. I've been controlling that. But in the beginning, I just had the news running. But in between then, I would hear commercials play here and there. And one thing that I found, even for myself, because I like to say I'm a consumer first, I'm a shopper. I love to shop. I miss getting my hair done. I'm so happy you can't see my nails because they look crazy, but I'm a consumer first, always. And I would see some commercials that were losing their relevancy, meaning it wasn't relevant with the time, relevant with the situation, relevant with the circumstance. Yes, some of us are still online shopping, but reality is that our demands and what we are doing, our behavior has shifted. So therefore, marketing should shift and change with that as well. So coming up to Easter, as Easter was approaching, I would still see retailers with marketing campaigns encouraging you to go buy this, go buy the egg baskets for whatever function could potentially be taking place, but it wasn't relevant. And I would also have to say there was lack of location relevancy for some of the commercials that I was seeing. So as a business owner, I take in some of that information that I see other people doing, and then also adjust and see how I can strategize, not just for myself, but also what advice could I give other people. So number one advice is do not stop your marketing, but make sure that your messaging is sensitive, right? Make sure that it is relevant, and make sure that it is also showcasing empathy and sympathy. We're all going through hard times. This is just new. Some folks are experiencing this pandemic at different levels than others. I myself have people in my social circle who've been impacted. So your language has to be empathetic. There has to be sympathy. So even if you lead with acknowledging what's happening, hey, I get it, things have changed. But although things have changed, maybe you need a pick me up. So this is how you can support my business. If you're e-commerce, maybe if you are doing Zoom webinars, maybe purchase something for yourself to make you feel good during that next big meeting. So think about how you can change the language. Also consider what is happening in terms of what will be coming up for current events. So if you are a business, one other top tip and advice that I give small business owners especially is to have a marketing strategy. And what I've noticed is people who do not have a marketing strategy, it's harder to pivot. It's harder to change direction when you didn't know what you were doing, what you should have been doing, because the strategy was never created. So that's another thing. Create a marketing strategy, and I'll get back to what that strategy can look like. But there are still things happening. So Mother's Day is coming up. Is Mother's Day a time period in which people naturally already invested in your business? Were they buying your products and your services around Mother's Day? Because it's still happening, and we still want to be able to celebrate and show love and feel connected. So what I would say is maybe encourage folks to this is still marketing. Encourage folks to invest or buy your products in alignment with a holiday like Mother's Day. Okay, yes, the marketing pivot. We got to pivot. Everyone has to pivot. Whatever was working before, we have to adjust somehow, but we can still use pieces of what we were doing before to keep going. But again, the first point, if you just joined us, is that your language has to be sensitive and the language has to be adjusted. So maybe you're not taking your mom out to dinner for Mother's Day, but you can still show love from a distance by buying a gift card. Yes, her favorite hair salon and her favorite hairstylist might not be free and available to massage her scalp and show love. I would really love that right now too. I'm concerned about my hair color growing out, but you can still invest in a small business, and you can still invest in your favorite small business owner, and you can still show love and add to the economy by maybe buying a gift card that can be used later on. So that definitely supports not just a business owner, but it still showcases interaction and love. There's still gift giving happening there. So that is one way in which you can one, support a business owner, and two, if you are a business owner, adjust your strategy because now you're offering something different. Which is another thing that I've noticed, is that a lot of business owners have not created a way for people to engage with their businesses online, but now is a perfect time to create a way and a strategy for people to be able to still engage, buy your products or your services online. Again, just to stick on the hairstylist idea or even nail salon, we can't come in now, but we might still need and have a need maybe 2 months from now, maybe 6 months from now, or a year from now. It's an offering, and it's also a way to keep your clients still engaged. And if you had loyal clients, then it's a way for them to continue to invest in you and to support you. So that would be a piece of advice, is to take your business online. And as you're taking your business online, and as we're also talking about supporting other business owners as consumers, and then also business owners ourselves, maybe there's an opportunity for cross promotion and collaboration. So there's no reason why the hair salon, the nail salon, and maybe the bakery down the block can't come together and be able to work together to create maybe an at-home care package. Maybe Sunday can still be that self-care day that now comes with the purchase of, I don't know, maybe at-home nail kit that you just purchased, and also hair products that we need in order to be able to get our strands fresh for the week. So I see, oh, hello, Terry Johnson. So I have a girlfriend on, Terry Johnson. You need to support her business. I actually just made an order from her business, which is Harlem Candle Company. And her comment, which I'll just read to everyone, I think it's important for owners to go live with their audience to talk about their creative processes. That is so good. So a tip and advice that I have year round, not just during a pandemic, is to use thought leadership as a strategy. And it is a strategy that I have to say that I see our Black and Brown communities underutilizing. Because when we think marketing, we're automatically thinking advertising. And I would say you are your own form of advertising and marketing yourself, and sometimes the first form. So personal branding is so important, and thought leadership. So you show up as the owner of your product, of your business. So right now, maybe people can't engage with you in person, but we love interaction, and we just curious too. So showcase with your audience how you do what you do. Now, I have a girlfriend who sent me a message and was like, I wish I learned how to do my hair in college because I don't know what to do. And I sent her a list of all the products that I use, but that is something that she could have probably went to her favorite hairstylist website and got a list of products to use for the washing, the conditioning, the leave condition process, and how long to leave this in and that in. So we're all out here looking for information because there's a new demand. So the demand may not be for the actual service, but now is the how-to. And an example of how-to videos is when you see like a hardware line. So a new phone just came out, or a new laptop just came out, and you see the commercials that show you how to use it. What's all the functionality? It can flip and you can remove this and that. It's a how-to video. And we can create these how-to videos for ourselves as well. We can do that and we can showcase people on lives. We're all on the live right now, how to do certain things. That way we can stay relevant. We're still giving information. And then people are grateful for information. So that is another way to engage. And then also taking the how-to videos to the next level, adding those how-tos to YouTube so that now it's serving multiple layers of marketing, and you're also repurposing content. So I just want to remind you, because I will just run my mouth forever, that you can ask your questions. This is almost like a free consulting session right now. If you've never had a consultation with a marketer, hey, this is your time. And it's free, so feel free to ask your questions and I will see them as they come up and try to make sure that I address your needs. So we've already covered the need for marketing. Marketing is important. Do not stop your marketing, just change your language. I have been spending more time at home. So I myself have been burning my Harlem Candle Company candles, which again is another way to change your language. You're spending more time at home. What are the things that you love about home? Maybe they're candles. Go ahead and invest in yourself and create a Zen environment, since we have to be home anyway. So that's just an example. Now, another thing and another question that I've been getting asked a lot is how to market with limited funds, because funds are tight and we just don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen from today to tomorrow, from this week to next week, and from this month to next month. So we're all being a little bit more conservative. Even those whose businesses are doing well, we just really don't know. There's a lot of unpredictability right now. So what I like to advise during normal times is to do everything free well. Get really good at doing the free stuff before you start spending even 5 cents. And it's well known that I have a contract with Google, but I say do everything free, maximize the free, and then start investing dollars, because good marketing drives sales. So social media, you can use social media to share information, to inspire, and to also showcase people how they can use your products or services, how to interact with you. Another just tidbit that I'd like to share, since we're on the topic of social, is that on social, 80% of your posts should be inspiration, information, and only 20% should be salesy. No one likes to be sold to. I don't like to be sold to. I don't like to go to a store and feel like I'm being followed. Someone's trying to push a product on me. So make sure you create connections and relationships with your current customers and your existing customers, and use free resources. Social media is one of them. So 80% information, inspiration, and then 20% sales. And sales can be gift yourself this, give your mom this for Mother's Day. Although graduations aren't happening physically, they're still taking place. So we can still gift. Another thing is that you can do for free is your website. So one, if you don't have one, you need one. And now is a great time to create one. If you have one, now is the perfect time to update it. Because we're all interacting online more and more, your website and the experience that people have when they get to your website is so important. A bad website experience could have people never come back. That is like someone coming to your home and it's dirty. So your website needs to be a great experience. It needs to be easy to get to the products you're looking for. It should be easy to search for new products, and it should be easy to check out. Sometimes the checkout process can be so complicated, and I have such a short attention span. Again, I'm a consumer first, and if I can't check out, you really don't want my money. So the checkout process should be seamless. It should be the most effortless process ever. So on the homepage of your website, you can post updates there. So if you are only available during certain hours, if maybe you were a physical location, but people can now call you, add a number. Another thing is WhatsApp business. That's another way to also offer good customer service because people might still have questions. Someone just asked, which one is more important at this time? Is it branding or marketing? Ooh, okay. That is a good question. And what I'm going to say is that you need your branding intact. So good, because that also influences your marketing. So branding happens first. And what I consider branding is your logo. Before you even get to your company logo, do you have a mood board? And a mood board showcases your brand colors. Also, creating a brand style guide. That's something a lot of small businesses also don't have. So when they're switching from one designer to the next, one marketer to the next, you should be able to just give them, even if it's just 2 pages of a brand guideline. So you can go from one person to that person and they create material that looks exactly the same and you don't skip a beat. So the example I like to use because it's just so simple is Nike. Nike's a check mark, but whether you see Nike on social, on a billboard, on the actual shoe, you know that check mark belongs to Nike, and that is amazing, amazing, amazing branding. So that's branding. Marketing is your marketing assets and then also how you're communicating with your end consumer. So do you have a brochure? Right now is a great time to create material that can be used digitally. And then ultimately down the line, you can also print them out. So brochures, one-sheeters, if you are in a service-based business like myself, I would say you need a one-sheeter that you can easily just attach to an email, or you can add to the body of an email as an image that you can post on social, on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is our best friend, especially as business owners. LinkedIn is like the platform where we should be spending a lot of time. But of course, if you're a product-based business like Terry, who was commenting earlier, she's the owner of Harlem Candle Company, then visual spaces like Instagram and even Pinterest are amazing places. So don't forget Pinterest either. So I want to make sure that I got to your question. Okay, branding versus marketing. You need both. You need branding and then you need marketing. Make sure your brand is so strong that is easily identifiable. And in that vein, also make sure that across platforms, people can go to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and no matter the platform, they know that it's you and the experience is the same. And if they were to visit your storefront in person, same experience. So just make sure you're consistent across the board. Okay, I literally came on to see what brands I can purchase from. Yes, purchase from Harlem Candle Company. So if you do need assistance with marketing or your website, Danita, I saw your comment. I can help you support a small business. I can review your website for you, share with you how you can optimize, take your website to the next level, and also make sure your website is good for right now. So how do most people experience your website? On their phones. So one other tip and advice that I like to give is create your website for the platform that people are going to visit and experience it on the most, which is mobile. And then you style your website for desktop. We are spending more time on our laptops and our computers now, but we still be around the house doing everything else, and then we have an idea or we hear Harlem Candle Company and we go to our phones. So make sure your website is great for mobile, which usually means that you should have some kind of scrolling feature, because even if you give your phone to a baby, the first thing they're going to do is start scrolling. So make sure your website is optimized for mobile as well, because we are still being very mobile around the house. Okay, so I just want to be mindful. It is 12:25, but I see your questions coming in. And okay, someone said, when do you feel is a good time to get a brand manager? So my question to you would be, what do you need a brand manager for? And because you're asking that question, I'm assuming that it is to manage your personal brand versus your business brand. Okay, Nicole, we will support your business as well. So I would say myself, I just hired a brand manager. And the reason that I did that, using myself as an example, is because I'm running a business which is service-based. So I'm servicing individuals like you all, and like myself as well, but then also managing my own personal brand because I understand the power of thought leadership and also presenting yourself as the business owner and sharing with people how to interact with not just you, but also your brand. So I would say it depends, and you can feel free to message me directly, tell me a little bit more so that I can give you a proper response. So with that, we are running to the end of our time together. It was just 30 minutes, but this is just a taste of what is to come on Friday during the Entrepreneur Summit. So you can make sure you visit, yep, there you go, sign up. The summit is on Friday, and there you'll get the opportunity to hear keynote speakers. You'll be able to attend master classes, just soak up some additional good information in order to make sure that we are positioning our businesses and telling people how to interact and invest with us so that we can get through this hard time together. So if you have additional questions for me, I'm happy to answer them. I'm here to serve. My business, again, is Encounter Your Potential. And I recently rebranded to Encounter Your Potential because I am working with business owners and then also with larger organizations and individuals and helping them to ultimately encounter their max potential using the power of marketing in order to drive sales. If your marketing is great and in a great position, then you don't have to sell so hard and sales doesn't have to work so hard. So that is one advice I would also share with small business owners, to invest in marketing so that you can actually sleep and you can rest and you can live a life that doesn't require for you to be a salesperson all the time. We're constantly representing our business, but we don't have to be so salesy about our businesses and our products. So connect with me on social as well. My two platforms are LinkedIn and Instagram. So on Instagram, it is Sandy_Garlow, Garlow. And then on LinkedIn, it is Sandra Garcia Lowry. So make sure you connect with me there. I have a small business webinar, which I'm hosting tomorrow for Google. I'm a Google digital coach out of Harlem. And the theme for tomorrow is turning your side hustle into your main course. And although whether you have a job or your side hustle will be this hustle to your other hustle, just make everything work for you. But most importantly, multiple revenue streams, especially times like this is so important because we don't really know what's going to work, what may not work. So let's just have multiple things working for us. So again, you can sign up below for the summit on Friday. And until then, just feel free to connect with me. Visit my website, encounteryourpotential.com, and ask me your questions. And I will see you next time. Thank you.